Good afternoon, everyone. This is Sean Buchanan at the Cannon Cross podcast with my co-host. I've got brother Riel Cross, named after him, and we're going to be covering the weekend footage. You saw the fights: Tyson Fury, Makhmudov, and who else?
Yeah.
Who else was fighting that you covering?
Ben and Progress.
Yeah, oh yeah, I saw that actually. The highlights.
Ben Progress, React Poor. Did the React Poor face of them? Um, yeah, React Poor Jamie TKV
Mm.
and the Hooney versus Fraser Clark.
But did Fraser Clark win?
Justice Justice Hooney versus Fraser Clark.
Did Fraser Clark win?
Nah, Justin Hooney did. I knew he was gonna win though. I even said a slight knockout just based on his performance with Wardley. Because they both been stopped by Wardley. The Justice Hooney got stopped in
Yeah, I
every,
remember. That's the
you
one
know,
where he
remember
totally
he
outboxed
was
Wardley.
he was winning every round until
Mm.
Wardley pulled that off and knocked him out. But yeah, so
Only beating convincingly.
it was close. It was
Okay.
close. But he kind of showed up on that night, but I didn't have Fraser Clark beating him as well, beating him at all.
No, no, not the
Just
way I saw that. That
just
Hooney.
on they've both had three performances with Fabio Wardley. Yeah, the first one with Fraser Clark, yeah, it was close. Then the second one, you know what Fabio Wardley done to him.
Of
Then
course.
Justice Hooney from Australia had one fight, with Fabio Wardley, and even though he got knocked out.
Yeah, yeah,
Like he
classed him. I
showed
remember. I
grit,
watched
he
that fight.
showed
I was
grit, and he
shocked.
showed that he could box and use his
Mm.
jab and work off his jab. So yeah,
No,
so
no,
I,
yeah, to see
that's
his game plan.
based on that. That's why I had Justice Heaney winning, and he
Yeah, the
did.
classy. No, I would have as well. I would have as well because yeah, he was class against Wardley. I remember that fight. He was totally out school. But what I was surprised is that Wardley never lost belief because usually when you're getting totally comprehensively out punched like that,
And getting the
they
shot.
go in your show, yeah, but he still believed that he could turn the fight. So that and obviously with the power, I guess that gives you the belief. But yeah, I was stunned the way he caught him as well. But he
I
got
was,
overconfident though. That Hooney got cocky. That's why he got sparked as well. If he had kept his discipline, he would have won that hands down. And Wardley's
I
world
don't think
championship,
he
he would have
got
been
cocky. It's
titles.
not like he was
Nah,
like
he was swinging, man. He was doing all that, and
showboating
yeah,
and all
yeah,
them
yeah, yeah.
things.
Not in range. That's mad. I do that outside of his range, not in range. That's mad. That's suicidal with a puncher. I would
Yeah.
never do that with a man that can got one punch power like that. So, what did you think of Fury's performance against Madrimov? Then I wasn't too impressed, but he looked better than Wild and Chisora did.
Yeah, I wasn't too impressed. I'm not gonna base it off the Wilder and Chisora, but I just weren't. Like it's not. I knew he was gonna dance around that, bro. You know what I mean? I know Makhmudov, he's tough, but I know like when the fights start progressing and it gets towards the later rounds, he'll gas out. So you know what I mean?
Mm.
But Fury don't gas out like him. I've seen Fury gas out in the past, but not like a Makhmudov style. He
No, no,
gasses out.
because remember Fury has a way of resting
Yeah,
in the fight by
I see it I
controlling
see
the
it
middle of the
when
ring and using his jab.
I see it when Makadov was facing Cabal. I see it with the other kind of Italian brother as well. Like he comes okay in the first few rounds, then when it starts getting like when the fight starts progressing, he starts to
Remember he beat Dave
he's,
Allen. He beat Dave
huh?
Allen. He beat Dave Allen recently.
Okay, okay.
And David Allen actually hurt him, backed him up. That's when I thought, oh, he's a bum fight because if he can't take care of Dave Allen, how the hell is he going to beat Fury? So when everyone said, oh, that's going to be a hard fight for Fury, I said only if he's shot. So that's why I was surprised that even though Fury looked quite, agile, he was lighter than when he fought when he did his last fight. But he got hit with too much shots for me. Yeah, he got hit with too much shots. So I thought you're making Madrimov look better than he is. Yeah, because for the way I saw him against Dave Allen, I said I thought Fury would stop him around 8, 9, but the way it turned out, and then he's celebrating like he just won the world title again. Said that
I
man
don't
is a
think that was a
journeyman now.
perfor- I don't think that was a performance to celebrate of,
Yeah,
especially
yeah, no,
when
it wasn't.
I watched Timothy Bradley's kind of thing on it as well. He had the same, Terence Crawford had the same kind of layoff before he faced Canelo. and
Mm.
they're the same age group as well. So like, there's no
Remember, they don't
excuses.
abuse their body though. They're consummate professionals. They don't abuse their body. Tyson bloats up, eats. I was watching his documentary, funny enough, last night. Michaela, he's eating peanut butter on white bread, eating like a pagan. Yeah, yeah, his diet and nutrition. Even though he runs and trains a little bit still when he's off, he's out of shit. And then he said he's 13 pounds over fight weight and all that he was saying. So I said, what? I said then he's constantly doing that, blowing up himself, draining down, losing all discipline with terms of what he eats when he's not in fight camp. So I said, yeah, that is no good. He said
Mm.
it's like you're training and running still every now and then, jogging to maintain like some form of appetite for fighting. But then they said then the next minute your nutrition is going against your training. You're not supporting your body for training, yeah, through nutrition. So I said you're counteracting all the training benefits by eating junk. So because of that and the way he's abused himself when he was younger with the drug taking and the outlandish living, I'm surprised that he looks so good still in terms of the speed and agility at that size. Because even though the performance wasn't very good, he looked a lot better than Wilder and Chisora did in terms of speed and agility. Yeah, and even though he got hit with a few shots, his legs are still there with the movement. Because for a man to move like that at that weight and
In his
height,
fundamentals, yeah,
mm,
he does things what Wilder and Chisora don't do, like say the jab. Even though this training camp leading up to the Chisora fight, I did see Wilder on the bags, like practicing the jab, but
mm,
Fury uses his jab, and he's got a good
mm,
jab as well. His jab's fast.
it's fast what I'm saying. Wilder's jab was telegraphed. He looked slow, and he wasn't able to really catch Chisora with it much, with just a simple Dempsey roll. So that's mad. And then after in the middle of that fight, when his coach said, "Listen, he's rolling and he's keep coming back to the center. Use the uppercut." And he'd actually done it for 2 rounds. He started to hit Chisora quite frequently with the uppercut. So that made Chisora back up and get on his bike a bit more. But I got a feeling because of the bromance, he was kind of said, you know what, you don't want to hurt him too much. You don't want to hurt him too much. And I could tell because said Wilder's not usually like that. Once he smelled blood, he's non-stop. But he was
So,
actually pity patty and then tapping him. He fell away and
and
you saw it afterwards, didn't
it just showed in that fight as well that Chisora does have a chin because I see Wilder catching him with a few flush ones. I did see him
it?
miss a couple, but I see him
Mm.
catching him with a few
Yeah,
flush
but it
ones.
wasn't full power, and Wilder's timing's gone a bit as well now. Not just his legs, but his timing's gone, and he's not as fast. Yeah, it was all. It was to be fair, even though it was entertaining, it was like a bum fight. Yeah,
I see
it's
that.
serious. The Wilder that
I
fought
see him
Fury
using
would have finished.
that
Mm,
same kind of tactic what he used against that bold Polish brother when he
mm,
just used the hand to blind you, then just comes
mm,
back with
mm.
the right hand.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
see him doing
Chisora hit
that
him
to
with a few overhand rights and wobbled
yeah,
him
yeah,
about
yeah.
three, four
And
times.
backwards as well.
Stunned him.
London, yeah.
And I thought, wow, Wilder, you had never been caught by that when he was younger. It's mad. That's why Chisora thought he could fight him. Chisora would never fought him pre-Fury. He would never fought Wilder pre-Fury. It's only because of how he's seen him decline. They think, yeah, I can have a taste of that now. Yeah, that's
Mm.
why Chisora would never have fought Wilder before, never. So it's come at the right time. And if he thinks he's going to beat Joshua with that in that state shape, shit, listen, Joshua put him to sleep because as much as he's had heavy defeats, he don't move like that. He still moves like a young man.
Mm.
He's still sharp. Yeah, and his legs ain't gone like that. Mm. Yeah, man. That man's legs gone and the
I don't
time.
think we're seeing a Fury Wilder #4 though. I think that's the bedwood. But you
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
because that's like they're the only ones in that kind of heavyweight scene,
Mm,
older whites that kind of spice it up. Obviously, we know we got Atoma, we got Fabio, we
mm.
even got the younger brother that's
Yeah,
about
leave that, babe. I'll do that.
that's about 18 or something like that fight, and I forgot his first and last name. But like
Mm,
they're the only kind of free left
mm.
as far as older,
Yeah,
older
no,
fight.
no, 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 no. It's none of them want to give Moses an opportunity. I think Moses should be looking to fight like the Wilders and Joshua's now, the Furies, but none of them, they don't want none of it.
Oh yeah, what happened to Louis Ortiz? What has he done? Oh,
Yeah, I think he is, Yeah, I think that's it. Just like your progress, isn't it? He said he's retiring after that Ben defeat.
okay.
Mm, yeah, I was disappointed with Progress. His
My
problem, he got his big
progress.
mouth.
You can't break that guy like that.
Yeah, no, but the way he was hyping up himself, typical American style. Yeah, man, woo, we the best. He ain't seen no fighter like me and all that. And then in the end, it sounded like a broken man. He just wanted a payday before he
I just kind of
was
knew
even
that was
listening to
going
it.
to happen to him just on the Devin Haney performance.
Okay.
'Cause Devin Haney made him look like didn't make Devin Haney made him look like he was like just a chosen fighter for that night.
Mm,
Like the jab, everything just unsettled man and
mm,
overwhelmed him. Man. So that's why I said Connor to win, just on based on that performance, really.
mm,
And he
mm,
did. I did say a knockout, but it didn't happen. But
mm,
yeah, he won. I knew he was gonna win.
mm.
I still want to see him up there with the top contenders, though, like the Ryan Garcia. I want to see if he's got it in him to unify his division
Yeah,
right
you
now.
know what they're thinking. I think it'd be dependent on the money. He has to do his risk money. The
Mm.
man they will fight,
I
but
think
the money has to be
out of
big.
the
Mm.
three or four what got belts, I think he's gonna go Croker first. I
Yeah,
won't
because
be
Croker's got
surprised
more
if,
of a chance. Yeah,
huh?
he's got more of a chance against Croker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be
Mm.
surprised if he goes Croker first.
He'll
But
never unify with
he's
them man
calling
again.
out Garcia. He's calling out Garcia. He's calling out everyone.
Yeah, yeah, paydays. He'll never unify that division while them man they're still in it. He just don't have enough class.
But how
Don't
do you
have enough
think it
talent.
looks with him and Ryan Garcia?
I think Garcia will spark him. Mm. I think Devin Haney beats him on points.
I don't, yeah, right. You obviously we know what Ryan's got. He's got two good things in his arsenal now: the right hand jab and the left hook. But
Mm.
I just think where Ryan sometimes goes into that weird kind of timid finisher.
Mm.
Yeah, I just think where my man cuts the corners off and he's able to throw at any kind of corner. I know it's at lesser opponents because everyone's going to say Regis Progress is a lesser opponent, but
And
the
and
way
and Garcia's taller, so Ben won't be able to hide behind the jab.
the way he cut, the way you could throw punches at any angle, I think Garcia would have problems with that if that left hook don't do damage in the
No, but
first
he's
couple of.
Garcia's right cross as well now. Mm. Yeah, the
Yeah, but
last
I'm
fight showed you
saying
that.
that
Good jab, good right cross, and the left hook is danger because obviously the way he throws it, depending on your stance, you won't see it coming. Yeah, especially if you're partly blinded by your guard when he goes round it. Mm. Yeah,
I
yeah.
see some good fundamentals that he had in that progress fight, but I know people's
No,
gonna say
he
because
showed good discipline. To be fair,
he's a
he never
lesser
got gassed.
opponent.
Mm.
They say I like how he could throw
Mm.
punches at
Mm.
any angle.
Uh,
Like
yeah, that would
that
make it
would
awkward for
settle
a lot of
certain people.
fighters, but he couldn't put progress to sleep. So,
Yeah, I know.
yeah, and Garcia is faster and more
And
elusive.
you got to remember as well, the reason why I'm saying it with the cut angles is because the Devin Haney fight with Garcia.
Mm.
Yeah, Devin Haney got dropped three times, but
Mm.
didn't you see when Devin Haney was backing him up, he was going into that weird kind of Philly show, that
Mm.
timid kind of Philly show. It's not a Mayweather
Mm.
Philly show. It's like some timid Philly show.
Mm.
And you have to kind of go
Yeah, I
around to
remember he uses that. I've watched
start.
him. He does that regularly. He uses that as bait
Yeah.
to get people to open up. And remember, because he's got faster hands, it could be good night. Because he's not like a
Mm.
man with fast hands and they're light. He's got fast, heavy hands. And Ben take a few of them. You see Progress, even he had to, show a bit more discipline. When Progress started to counter him, he started to stay behind the jab and he wasn't so aggressive like he was against Eubank. You see? Yeah, so if he does that against Garcia, he might get sparked. Mm.
It's
I don't
boxing,
think.
isn't it? I did what
Yeah.
I see him doing well in that fight as well. I like how he was measuring progress jab. It was kind of giving him problems for a little bit. Then I think that he just started to dig to the body. Then I just see the
Mm.
jab, like progress jab decrease.
Mm. Burgos is tougher than I thought, though, because I thought at
Yeah,
one point he was going to
he
get
is.
sparked.
Yeah,
But
that's what I thought as
he's
well.
quite tough. He's quite tough.
I
Yeah, for a
thought
little
after
man.
that round, I thought after that round where he hit him after the
Mm,
bell, before the bell, and he stumbled, I thought the
mm,
next round he was just gonna come and just jump
but he
on.
didn't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I was impressed with his durability, but not his actual ability. Mm.
it was a good fight, but it was just like I know people are gonna say the less of opponents, like Shakur Stevenson had something to say about it already,
Yeah,
saying
I saw the
that,
comments on that.
saying
Yeah.
that he'll be disappointed if he takes him to the 12th round.
Yeah, to
But
be
I'm saying
fair, Shakur don't really knock out anyone, so that's a bit of a hype. He's hyping up himself. I can see convincing points decision win against Ben, but no, I'm not sure about the knockout. I can more see a knockout from Garcia because obviously the left hook, the turnover, the left hook, and he's added the right cross now, and his jab's improved. And obviously his feet speed is quicker. His foot speed is quicker, so he can get in and out better. It's just that stamina wise, if Ben saps him like you said to the body, he starts slowing down. He's more vulnerable to being hit. And like you said, he does that weird, backup stance. And with someone like Ben, who's mentally tough and not discouraged by taking a few licks, he might walk him down. But I don't see it because for me, Garcia has heavy punch power than Ben. Mm. Yeah, yeah, and maybe he's put on weight as well now. He's not draining himself down like he was before, so that's even giving
147.
Garcia a bit more. Mm, so Ben's too easy to hit as well. It's too easy to hit. And I noticed that against Progress, he struggled to make the adjustments when he's jabbing him, and when Progress got more defensive and started to do the half step back just out of range, he didn't adjust his hands. He should have been hitting more to the chest to make sure he's contacted him. So when he started doing that movement outside the head movement,
I like in the later rounds how we just like focus on the body and just
yeah,
proper started
he had to because he was missing a
proper
lot of the headshots. He
fighting.
was getting tired because
Mm.
Progress is just making him miss slightly, and if he can keep falling short, then he started overreaching over his front leg off balance. And if I'm not getting the full power on him. So this is why he's still in the fight. That's why I started to do the body work.
I like his fundamentals, how his lead hand's always out, like either pouring like either to unsettle what you're about
Yeah,
to throw or
yeah,
what.
yeah. But he
But
can do that because my man's smaller than him. Make my man progress is similar height and similar reach. He wouldn't be. He would have been a bit more shy. I trust that. Mm, I've seen a man like that. Flat track bully. Mm, so
what did you
we'll
think
see.
of the Richard Riakpo
I
stoppage?
haven't, I haven't, I haven't seen that. I haven't watched that.
Yeah, I think he done well against the Jamie TKV. In my pre-fight analyst, I did have him winning.
Yeah, yeah. I would expect Ripple to beat him because what I saw of Jamie TV against Fraser Clark, I thought, Jesus, it's pure heart and determination why he won that. And my man lost his rag thinking he was going to have a gunfight with him, and he ain't like that. So, and then obviously he's ruined his pedigree now, Fraser Clark, because said, look, everyone's beating you. So are you really that good as simply Olympic silver medalist, or like are you like Audley Harrison, a fraud? Mm. Yeah, yeah, because he doesn't
I don't.
adapt.
He
He don't
wouldn't
have
be
enough
world.
punch power.
He wouldn't. He wouldn't be world champion on
Yeah,
that
yeah,
side.
yeah, yeah, I know, but obviously when you win a medal
I
at the
know it
Olympics,
puts
they
you
always
in a
expect you
certain
to be a
puts you
thing.
in a
Yeah, yeah,
certain
yeah.
pedigree, yeah. But
But in
like,
professional ranks, he's a journeyman,
no,
and he's overrates his ability.
no way.
Mm-hmm.
What Wardley done to him,
Yeah, I
you
expected
could
Wally to
tell.
do that to him in the first fight. That's why I was disappointed with
You
Wally's
tell he's
performance.
got that kind of David Price kind of
Mm,
genetics. You know what I'm
mm,
trying to say? So yeah,
mm.
like if a man like us can that
You
touch him
think so?
up.
No, to be fair, I thought if that was so, remember, I think TBK would have stopped him then. Yeah, Jamie. So, and no one's stopped him like that. To be fair, Fraser Clark. So yeah, he's not as bad as Price. Remember,
It's
everyone was
true,
looking
it's
over
true. But
Price.
I just
Price
saying
is like a skittle
from
in there.
that happened, he kind of got them like
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
how he
yeah.
was.
Yeah, of
That's
course,
what I'm
everyone's
trying
the
to
lineup. Yeah, when
say.
you lose like that, everyone thinks, yeah, I can beat him now. Yeah, it's like
No,
lining
no,
him up.
no,
Said,
no.
right, he's getting knocked out like that. Yeah, I can beat him.
I wouldn't base him on that performance. I'll base on what he's done after that. Do you understand? But like
Mm,
he, based on that performance, his team, most probably him in his head,
mm,
knew number three should have like don't go for number three.
mm.
I mean,
No,
Like
Wardley's elevated. Wardley's on the world
he had
level now,
two
so he's a
with him. He
champion.
had one where it was close. Then obviously in the second
No,
one with him.
you know what Wardley done? He was gassed out. He's throwing too much punches, and his head movement because of Fraser Clark's fundamentals. Because to be fair, Fraser Clark had better fundamentals in that fight, but he's not a rough and tumble man. Wardley's a hard knock man, and he's more
Yeah,
durable. So when he's saying, "Listen, I'm heavier handed," I'm gonna go after him this time. I'm not gonna try and dare box with him he said. I'm gonna go after him, and look, you found him out like that, mate. Jesus, broke his jaw. Yeah, so. Yeah, I thought he had a stroke the way he looked from that knockout. It was
yeah, that's
awful.
what I thought as well, man.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I noticed like certain of his temples
And
started to
yeah,
go
no, he was
in.
hurt. No, yeah,
Yeah,
because he broke the jaw up here. That's why,
yeah,
when they said he's got a divot in his head, they said he wasn't. He had his jaw broken, dislocated. And then obviously
yeah,
his mouth like this.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It was awful. And then was spaced
Yeah,
out. He done
that
well to
was
still be conscious because you
but
used to.
conscious. Yeah, yeah.
He done well to be conscious. But I knew from then, I said, Fraser, you're never going to be world champion. All that talk about you're going to be world champion one day. I'd
Yeah,
never,
yeah.
never.
That's the bed with
You
it.
don't have the punch power. You don't have
He ain't
the
gonna,
game
he
plan
ain't
to
gonna
fight
be world
IQ,
champion.
which is
That's all.
awful because
He's
someone
not
like
gonna
Wardley,
be
look,
world champion.
Lahunis showed more fight IQ than he did against Wardley. If he got knocked out like that, but was beating up Wardley like Hunis was, then I'd say, yeah, you've got a chance of being a champ. At least one of the belts when it scatters, not when it's unified under Usyk or Moses, but when it's scattered amongst other, the alphabet champions, the transitional champions, you got a chance then. But nah, after that, I said, look, you should just stick to the British level, make some money out of the sport, and then you retire with your faculties intact. Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's how it go, innit? That's how it go. That's how it go. Mm. So yeah, Sunday we'll have the big talk on Sunday. When's the next major fight anyway?
Check for you now. Oh, right. Friday.
No, who's fighting on
Your
Friday?
girl and your girl's fighting.
Oh, Alicia Bumgarner.
Elite. Mm.
Mm.
Looks like a kind of tuna.
Yeah, it's a tune-up. It's not no danger for her. But I don't. I just want to see when she's gonna fight Caroline and Clarissa because she keeps talking this. I'm the face of boxing.
Yeah, she cleared something. Yeah, that Clarissa fight could happen sooner than we think because obviously Clarissa's coming down now and she's gonna face Lauren Price.
Yeah.
That's
She.
gonna be
Didn't you see
okay.
that she met Lauren Price after
Yeah,
Lauren
yeah,
Price's
yeah,
victory.
yeah, yeah,
They had
yeah,
talked
yeah,
spoke in the ring.
yeah, yeah.
To be fair, after that performance, I think Clarissa she was with school Price still because Ra I said, yeah, she never looked like she did against Jonas, or was it that Jonas got old overnight? Mm. Yeah. When that on that performance, Clarissa Shields
I
beats her
think
up.
she still showed her championship rounds though. Like
Yeah,
she
she
still
did. But
showed the
Clarissa, from
champion.
that performance, I
Yes.
expect Clarissa to comprehensively outbox her.
Like her face was busted and cut up and that, but
Mm.
yeah,
Now, my woman, he
yeah,
clashed. There was a
fair
clash
play.
of head that made her mouth swell up like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I think from how she was in that fight against Clarissa, she'll have no chance. Because remember, Clarissa's hands are
Mm.
probably just as quick, if not quicker. And she's taller,
Quicker,
longer
yeah.
reach. She's not in the Jonas. She's got quicker feet. See, Jonas is ponderous with the feet, and her hands are not as fast. So she could get in and out like that. She won't be able to do that with Carissa because Carissa's quick with quick feet, and she's got better, evasive maneuver with the rolling and
Yeah,
slipping. And her Philly show is like a man's one. Yeah. She's like the Floyd Mayweather with the Philly show of the women's game. So yeah. She won't think like
yeah.
that.
Obviously, Clarissa's the
The GOAT.
cash cow, isn't it? So,
Yeah. Cool. She's the cash cow, but yeah, I want to see against Alicia more.
that
Alicia,
Shadasia
Elite.
Green wants a
Yeah, I
piece.
think
Oh
Clarissa should fight Alicia and Caroline and then retire. Ride off into the sunset.
no, that Caroline fight ain't happening. Too much respect.
Yeah, no, to be fair, she said she thinks Caroline has the potential to beat her. She rates Caroline above Alicia, she said. Do you see the interview?
Nah.
She said,
I've seen interviews where my girl's saying Caroline's saying she don't want that smoke. She looks at her like there's too much respect there,
Yeah,
and I
okay,
don't see
okay.
them.
Well, yeah, but obviously, if they want to be
Don't
the
see them.
best, innit, they have to go beat the best, innit? You can have. I've seen
Yeah,
friends fight
but
in the ring.
you can like
No,
it depends
Chisora's
on
done
how
it.
you
Chisora's
approach.
done it a few times. Mm.
Yeah, but I don't see that fight between my girl and Carissa happening.
Yeah, well,
Don't see it.
Alicia, she got to fight Alicia at least.
Yeah. Therefore
Mm,
Aisha. Therefore Aisha.
mm.
Therefore, and she wants that fight as well. So
Yeah, she does. Yeah, because Alicia's cheek and talking about she's the face of boxing. Remember, Caroline's been running
yeah,
there about the drugs as well. So,
yeah. From Carissa to Caroline, always do that to her.
mm,
Always say she's a drug cheat and whatnot.
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Innit? We'll see. Yeah, we'll do. We'll do. To be fair, you know
Funny
what I
what
saw earlier on today
it
as well.
it was
Before you
funny
phoned me.
what Alicia had to say about it though. Like
Oh,
saying that
shit.
how she was excited over that C plus
Oh yeah,
level
yeah, I saw that. I
performance.
saw that. Yeah, that's just hateration. She's just trying to be
It's just
she's trying to
talk,
pull
innit?
scorn on her.
Pantomime. Mm.
Mm. She's just trying
But
to
yeah,
pull
that
scorn on
fight's
her.
exciting. That fight is
Yeah, yeah, of
exciting.
course. They build up the interest in it.
Mm.
Yeah. To be fair though, before you rang earlier, I saw is it one of the Misfits fights? Is it Paige Keiki against Tennessee
Oh, I
Tanner?
didn't
Yeah, and I
even.
thought raw. Yeah, I thought raw.
Oh,
How
which
did
is
I
that?
miss
Was
it?
that the old one or recent?
Yeah, I think it's an old one. It must be because for one of the videos it
Yeah,
said it was 2 years
okay.
ago. But yeah, I was surprised by that. I'm surprised. Imagine me and you can't get a Misfits fight, but that Paige Keiki can. It must be because she's not a big UK artist, is she?
No, she's there though. She's there.
Mm,
Like she's
mm,
like a celebrity based.
mm.
She's
Well,
in that
maybe in
scene and
the
whatnot.
new world, yeah. Mm. You'll see. I
It will
enjoyed that.
always
It was a
be
slugfest.
easy for them kind of. It will always be easy for them kind of people that's been in TV or you know
Mm.
what I'm saying to get
Well,
them
look, you
type.
say that China ain't got none. China wants said he wants a fight. He ain't got one. Mm. No, it's the Navas, man. He ain't had his high profile fight. He's had to do it the hard way. So we'll see in it. All right. Well, that's a wrap, everyone. That's Cannon Cross podcast signing off.